Every year since the end of World War II, one of the big national polling firms has asked Americans, are you happy with your life? The number of Americans who say, I'm very happy with my life, peaks in 1956 and goes slowly but steadily downhill since then. That's weird because our material standard of living has trebled in that period. And you would think if the economy worked the way we thought it did, that that would be making us all just, belly up in delight. But it's not. And one of the reasons it's not is because as we've become more affluent, our ties together, our links together as community, our connections have suffered. I mean, what's the American dream been about? Building a bigger house, farther apart from anybody else. Mm-hmm. And as that's happened, the average American has half as many friends as they did 50 years ago. Mm. That's a big change, and it's not, you can't make up for it with a bunch more stuff out in the storage locker on the edge of town. It doesn't compensate. So one of the things our economy has to do, happily, is figure out how to make our lives more in line with what we need. And if we do that, if we build those kind of local connections, then we'll be able to stop some of the mindless consuming that we do and substitute for it the real pleasure of contact with other people.
Now, Bill, in Europe, in Japan, they have a pretty good standard of living, and yet they use far less energy than we do as Americans.
Western Europeans, you're so right, Western Europeans, I mean, this is an important statistic. Western Europeans, on average, use half as much energy as Americans. Half's a lot. If we could capture some of that secret, they don't have any secret technology, they have slightly different ways of living. And you're right, it's not just that they use less energy. By the ways that we know how to measure it, they're far more satisfied with their lives than we are.
This program is brought to you by Link TV for educational and non-commercial use only. Link TV is the only US network dedicated to global and national news, uncompromising documentaries, and diverse cultural programs. Programs which connect you to the world.